So it is currently October 2020. This trip I'm talking about is still my Bali to London overland trip, which took place between April and September 2019. So over a year ago now. Obviously 2020 has been quite the year, and I'm very behind on uploading videos, as in a year behind on uploading videos, more than a year behind. Anyway, I wanted to kind of bridge together my Eastern European videos and my returning to England videos, because unfortunately I am lacking in video footage for the period of my trip where I was between Budapest and basically France, like West France. I videoed when I returned to England, most of it. But yeah, I'm basically really missing on footage between Budapest and West France. A few reasons. I was just getting really tired by this point, and like my camera was getting tired, my memory cards were getting filled up, every battery I had was depleted. Basically, I was depleted, my phone wasn't working properly. So that was one reason. Another was like I was trying to pack in as much Europe exploration in 2 weeks. Like I only really had 2 weeks between Budapest and when I got back. Yeah, I only had 2 weeks. And I was really trying to see as much as I could. So another reason is I met up with my friend in Basel, and I was just enjoying my time. Like I hadn't been with any of my close friends for 5 months, so I was just enjoying, you know, hanging around with one of my best friends. And yeah, basically just didn't really film that much. But I do have a few clips, and I also have some like videos that I took on Instagram for my Instagram stories. So I kind of just wanted to sit and go through them today. I do have my notes because I am still writing a book about this trip, so I do have my notes. So I do remember what happened. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of go through it, put some clips in of what I did, and just kind of bridge together, otherwise there'd just be like a massive gap in my trip. So I think the last video I did, I arrived in Budapest. Budapest, really cool city. I know it's a very popular city, but if you haven't been there, definitely recommend it. Really interesting, really complex history, but like really well worth learning about. I started my time there with a free walking tour, which is something I try and do in any city where they're available. And that was a really good way to see Budapest and to learn all about its history and stuff, and see both sides of the city, because it's set on two sides of the river. So yeah, that was well worth doing. Spent some more time just exploring the city, just seeing a few museums, and just really learning about, you know, the whole history, because it's fascinating. It was in the Ottoman Empire, the Austro-Hungarian Empire, and then obviously there were like some really like dark times with this history, with everything with the Nazi occupation, and then when it was communist. But just really interesting, and there's so many layers to the city. So yeah, went to some museums. I did a specialist communist tour, which was interesting, just learning a bit more about specifically communism in Budapest and in Hungary generally. So that was interesting. And oh yeah, I went to there's like a place where all the communist statues got put, including one of Stalin's boots, and there's just all these statues just in like a kind of yard on the outskirts of Budapest. That was kind of interesting. Of course, I went to the baths. I didn't go to the main bath, so I went to a different one. I don't remember what it was called, but I'll write it down below. But they were good. yeah, just had a little walk around, enjoyed the food scene, went to one of the ruin bars. So yeah, like tons and tons to do in Budapest. Really cool city. Morning, so it's my last day in Budapest, which has gone very quickly. And tomorrow I'm going to Bratislava, and when I get that I will be less than 1,000 miles from home, which is so bad. Then I got a bus to Bratislava, which is, yeah, also a really cool city. Not as much to do there, or not as much as I actually found to do there, at least. Maybe there's more. But it was cool. I just checked out the castle and just walked around the old town. Wasn't feeling great that day, so I was a bit low energy, so I didn't do a huge amount. But I also went to Devin Castle, which is where you can stand in Bratislava and then you can look over into Austria, which is, I get my kicks out of country borders. So that was cool. That was interesting. Good morning. So I am in Slovakia. It's my second day here. It's actually my last day here. I leave for, well, I leave for Munich tonight. I thought I just had one bus, but I just looked at my ticket and I actually, so my bus leaves Bratislava at 12:45, arrives in Vienna at 1:50, and then I've got a nice little 2-hour wait in Vienna from 1:50 until 2:50. So that's going to be really fun. I didn't realise that. I thought it was a direct bus, but apparently not. So yeah, so I'm doing that tonight. So I'm just in Devon, but not Devon in England, Devon in Slovakia, and it's spelled slightly differently. It's spelled with a I instead of an O. I don't know why that took me so long to think. So yeah, I'm just in Devon, and there's a castle here, and apparently from the top of the castle I can see Austria. So I'm going to do that because standing in countries and looking at other countries is like my favourite thing to do. So let's go up there. So this is the castle. It's very nice. And then I was supposed to get a bus from Bratislava to Munich. Getting a night bus is always a good idea until I have to get the night bus and rock up at a bus station at ridiculous o'clock when I would really just rather be in bed. I'm very happy today, aren't I? So it's 11 o'clock and I'm getting a bus to Munich, but when I booked it I didn't realise that I have to change in Vienna. So I'm getting a 1-hour bus to Vienna. I get there at 1:50 in the morning, and then I have to just wait around until 2:50 in the morning, which is going to be fun. It was an overnight bus. There was a 2-hour changeover in Vienna, but I didn't get it. I missed it. I'm very unimpressed right now. I went to the wrong bus station, and by the time I realised my mistake, there was no way I could get to the other bus station. Morning. So I'm meant to be in Munich right now. I'm very much not in Munich right now. I'm very much still in Bratislava right now. I went to get my bus last night at, it was like 11:30 I think I got to the station, just after 11:30. And it turned out my bus wasn't leaving from the bus station, it was leaving from somewhere else. And I just hadn't thought to check my ticket because I got dropped off at the bus station with the same bus company. So, my own fault. But yeah, so I missed my bus. And then I had to walk back to my hostel at like 12. I got back there at like 12:30, and luckily they still had space. I don't know what I would have done if they hadn't. So the good news is I didn't have a layover in Vienna in the middle of the night, but the bad news is I have to spend all day travelling to Munich now. But it's alright. I'm just walking to the bus station now. My bus now actually leaves from the bus station I went to last night, so it is all a bit confusing, but hey ho. So I ended up staying an extra night in Bratislava and then getting a day bus the next day, arriving in Munich about 6, leaving Munich at 9. So not the most exciting time in Munich. I was going to do some more tours and stuff there because I have been to Munich before and I really like the city and I would like to visit again, but plenty of time for that, I'm sure. So then I went to Basel. Now that's where my best friend lives, so most of that was just spent catching up with her and her boyfriend. We cycled to 3 countries in 3 days, actually. That was cool. We cycled through Germany, France and Switzerland. That's pretty cool.
Right, so we've got Germany over there in the background. Those hills. This is all Basel. And then we go around here. And France is just over there. Oh yeah.
Woohoo! Yeah, and just catching up, walking around the city and stuff. It's really pretty there as well, so that was nice. Then I got a quick bus to Strasbourg.
So I'm in France, my last country before I reach England. I'm in Strasbourg now, which is it's in northern France, on the border with Germany.
I think that was about a 2 or 3 hour bus in eastern France. And that was good. Strasbourg's really pretty. Again, didn't do a huge amount, but did, you know, just walk around the city and enjoy the atmosphere, and tried to speak French and failed miserably. I tried. Yeah, Strasbourg was good. I would definitely return there. It's a really pretty place.
Good morning from Strasbourg. So I just have today here. I'm going to Paris tonight. I've got a night bus at 1:30 in the morning, which is going to be fun. But it saves in a night's accommodation, so it's all good. So I'm just going to head out into Strasbourg now and just walk around the city a bit. I'm going to have quite like a chilled out day today because I'm feeling quite tired, but I do really want to see all of the old city, which is meant to be really nice. So yeah, just gonna have a little walk around and just see what I find, I guess.
And then I took another night bus, and I have actually got a bit of footage from this night bus from Strasbourg to Paris, so I will make a video on that. That'll be my next video. So I got to Paris, and again, I don't know why. I think I was just so close to the end of my trip that I just didn't really film anything. Like, I was a few days before the end of my trip, but I don't know, I just didn't end up filming anything in Paris. I did a day in Paris, did a walking tour, and went to Montmartre, and then I went to Bayeux in Normandy and saw the Bayeux Tapestry, which was really cool, and also went on a drive around all of the beaches. I hired a car and I went on a drive around all the beaches of Normandy, the D-Day landing beaches, which was interesting. Again, forgot to film, was driving on my own, so that was probably a reason why, and just didn't really film. Then I went back to Paris, met up with another friend actually, who just happened to be in Paris at the same time. That was nice. And then I went to Calais. Then I got on a boat and went back to England, and I have got a video for that. So basically, hopefully I've managed to intersperse little clips into this video. And yeah, basically that is what happened between Budapest and Calais. And hopefully that has brought it all up to speed. And I will put the Flixbus overnight video because I think that's kind of interesting for people who are getting overnight buses in Europe. And I also got the video of travelling from Calais to Greenwich, where I met all my friends and family. So we are very close to the end of this video series now. And yeah, I do have more series to come. I have a whole Thailand series that I filmed in January that I haven't got around to editing yet, so do subscribe if you want to see more of my video series. But yeah, stay tuned for a couple more videos in this series and plenty next series. Sorry, it's been a bit all over the place. I think 2020 has just left a lot of people all over the place. But thank you very much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next time.